Hello everyone, I am Minseo from Seoul National University Hospital. We are grateful that our article was selected for the KJR's Listen to Author series. On behalf of my co-authors, I am pleased to introduce our study, distinguishing molecular and histological glioblastomas using multiparametric MRI-based habitat analysis. Under the 2021 WHO classification, an IDH wild-type diffuse glioma that looks only grade 2 or 3 under the microscope is now diagnosed as grade 4 glioblastoma if it carries any of third parameter mutation, EGFR amplification, or combined gain of chromosome 7 and loss of chromosome 10, even without microvascular proliferation or necrosis. This new entity is called molecular glioblastoma. We refer to conventional glioblastoma that meets histological criteria as histological glioblastoma in this study. Why does the physiologic MRI matter here? Molecular glioblastoma shows a poor prognosis similar to histological glioblastoma, but its physiologic MRI features remain undercharacterized. Conventional MRI is limited because molecular glioblastoma enhances less often, but non-enhancing glioblastomas can still include both molecular and histological glioblastoma. This means that enhancement pattern alone cannot fully explain the imaging differences between these two subtypes. Since molecular glioblastoma lacks pseudopalisading necrosis and microvascular proliferation, we hypothesized that the two subtypes would differ in physiologic tumor heterogeneity. Therefore, our purpose was to characterize how molecular and histological glioblastoma differ on multiparametric MRI-based habitat analysis using ADC, RCBV, and K-trans. We used data from two institutions. The internal cohort included 13 molecular glioblastoma cases and 39 histological glioblastoma cases, and was used for habitat definition, model development, and internal validation. The external cohort included 9 independent molecular glioblastoma cases. All patients underwent conventional and advanced MRI, including DWI, DSC, and DCE MRI. For reproducibility, pre-processing included resampling, skull stripping, registration, and tumor segmentation. We then computed parameter maps of ADC, RCBV, and K-trans. To reduce batch effect for external cohort, these values were normalized using normal white matter as a reference. Here is the core idea. Each tumor voxel has 3 physiologic values: ADC reflecting cellularity, RCBV reflecting vascularity, and K-trans reflecting permeability. To make tumor habitat analysis intuitive and interpretable, we used Gaussian mixture modeling to divide each parameter into low and high states. By combining these 3 binary states, we generated 8 distinct physiologic habitats. Among them, cluster 3, which is low ADC, high RCBV, and high K-trans, represents a highly cellular, vascular, and permeable region, and was pre-specified as the most malignant appearing habitat. Comparing habitat proportions revealed a clear difference between the two subtypes. Cluster 3 accounted for 7% of the histological glioblastoma, but only 0.8% of molecular glioblastoma. High K-trans habitats were also markedly more frequent in histological glioblastoma, which was 21.3% versus 5.7%. And high RCBB habitats were also more frequent in histological glioblastoma. In contrast, low ADC habitats did not differ significantly. These findings suggest that permeability and vascularity rather than cellularity distinguish the two subtypes. The representative cases show the same pattern visually. Patient A is an enhancing histological glioblastoma patient with abundant red cluster 3 habitat. Patient B is a minimally enhancing histological glioblastoma but still shows a substantial amount of cluster 3 component. In contrast, patient C is non-enhancing molecular glioblastoma patient where the tumor region is dominated by blue cluster 0 habitat, representing high cellularity but low vascularity and low permeability. The stack plots also confirm that higher cluster 3 and high K-trans proportions in histological glioblastoma. After seeing these representative cases, we next asked whether the same imaging pattern could discriminate the two subtypes at the cohort level. We first used tumor volume alone because molecular glioblastoma tends to be smaller. This volume-only model showed moderate discrimination with an AUC of 0.7. However, when we added the habitat features of cluster 3 and high K-trans cluster proportion, the AUC increased to 0.85. When we added Shannon entropy, which reflects overall intratumoral heterogeneity, it further increased the AUC of 0.87. Importantly, high K-trans proportions was the key habitat-derived contributors. The final model H+ also correctly identified 8 of 9 external molecular glioblastoma cases, supporting the constancy that habitat feature may help discriminating the two subtypes. To summarize, molecular and histological glioblastoma showed distinct intratumoral heterogeneity on three-dimensional habitat analysis using ADC, RCBV, and K-trans. The subtype difference was the most pronounced in permeability-related habitats, consistent with blood-brain barrier disruption and microvascular proliferation in histological glioblastoma. Finally, adding cluster 3 high K-trans proportion and Shannon entropy to tumor volume improved discrimination, increasing the AUC from 0.70 to 0.87. This study has several limitations. It was retrospective and exploratory, and the number of molecular glioblastoma cases was small, reflecting the rarity of this entity. The external cohort included molecular glioblastoma cases only, and we did not have direct voxel-level histopathologic correlation. Nevertheless, this study is among the first to characterize how newly classified molecular glioblastoma differs from histological glioblastoma in physiologic MRI. This tumor habitat approach may help identify localized aggressive regions that are obscured by whole tumor averaging, and it may provide a foundation for future radiogenomic studies and prospective validation. Thank you for watching. The full article is available in the Korean Journal of Radiology at the DOI shown here. For correspondence, please contact Dr. Kyusung Choi at the email address provided. Thank you so much.